So this is kind of another informative video. So I'm talking about ginning, and just to kind of like clear up some kind of misconceptions when it comes to ginning, because a lot of people, and like the title says, why do people hate ginning? Um, Honestly, I don't really know, but I do know. It generally comes from just basic misunderstanding. Um, and one of the key misunderstandings that I think people have is just they think that ginning ruins the value of their Pokemon, which I can understand to a degree because I see like the common arguments like, yeah, ginning ruins the value of my Pokemon. Like it makes my like shinies are kind of worthless. But in the end, it's like ginning didn't really do that because if your shiny was something that was of good value and stuff like that, it would already be of good value, if that makes sense. Like a 1IV, like me ginning a battle ready shiny Gengar will not make your 1IV shiny physical Gengar any less valuable. And I'm not saying that to kind of like make fun of anybody. It's just it's more so the more casual audience that really has an issue with it to a degree. Because mainly it's the competitive audience that really does more ginning. Like, I mean, even a lot of like these bigger YouTubers that like they say and like they don't really say anything against or for ginning. They all gin. It's just more so because the audience that they cater to is more casual. So it's like if you start promoting ginning and start talking about it, you probably will lose some of your casual audience. And like, I mean, I'm pretty open and honest about the fact that I have hack switches set up. I gin, and I honestly feel that ginning does more for the community than actual hurting. I can't really think of a way that it actually hurts the community outside of stuff that people kind of like make up in their heads. Like a lot of people say that like VGC players don't gin, and this will probably might piss some people off, but I mean it's pretty much like common knowledge in VGC that like most of them gin. It's pretty like common knowledge. Back before I had bots and stuff like that, most of the people that would ask me to like gin stuff up for them, VGC players. And there's nothing wrong with it because you have to take into account the fact that like a lot of these players are in school, they work, stuff like that. They don't really have the time to go spin around on a bike for hours when they can just have something done in a few minutes. So I respect that because Pokemon is not the tip of the iceberg for most of them. And I think a lot of people don't really understand that. And like I said, it's mainly more the casual audience because they value that time into like shiny hunting and all this other stuff where like people at battle, I don't care if it's shiny or not. Like if it's going to win or lose, whether it being shiny really means nothing. And I think that's one of the key parts that people kind of miss out on. They say stuff like the bans. They're like, yeah, you get banned for gym Pokemon and stuff like that. I'm like, and I always ask this all the time, like who's gotten banned for gym Pokemon? Like, do you know anybody that's gotten banned? And no one ever says anything because it doesn't happen because most gen Pokemon are designed to be like legal. They look exactly as somebody else's in-game caught Pokemon, legit Pokemon looks. And that's one of the things a lot of us don't really understand, like how people get upset about that. And it's like, I don't get it. And another thing is like one of the points that kind of really kind of annoys most of us Jenners is like people will go ahead and like bash on Jenning and say how it's ruined the game, but they will openly like if I could show you some of my inbox, some people that know me have seen the stuff that goes in my inbox. It's people constantly asking and asking and asking for free handout Pokemon, but then these are the same people that try to be like, hey, hard work, you need to work hard for your Pokemon. I'm like, you were just in my inbox. And then the same people they'll be in my giveaways. Like I had a guy, I was in a Facebook group, and like he was being like super annoying, and he was like, yo, can you hold this for me? I really need these Pokemon. Like it's so, and I'm so grateful for what you're doing. And then he got some, he said thank you, and I was okay, but he seems all right now. And then like maybe later on that day, he's just going at it with somebody I knew that gens, and he's like, yeah, man, you should be doing this for people. Like you're ruining the community, and like you're devaluing people's hard work. And then like I literally commented, I'm like, yo, and I posted screenshots. I mean, I can be petty at times. And I was like, hey, this was you about 3 hours ago, and you were literally begging me for Pokemon that were free and obviously ginned. Like, I'm not like, and then he tried to be like, yeah, like I didn't know they were gin. I'm like, dude, like I literally put in the post that it's like, the bot is doing this. Like these are ginned. There's no difference. And he's like inboxing me and like all upset and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, you know they're gin. Like I don't see the issue. And like I said, a lot of people, that's kind of how it is. Like they will take our Pokemon from us for free willingly, but then like when they see other people getting stuff from us, it's an issue, and I never understand it because like I said, if it weren't for ginning, you wouldn't see so many giveaways. I mean, I average, if you count the Discord and when I have the bots going, I send out a couple thousand mons a day, and I'm not even like big time when it comes to ginning. Like there's a lot more people with more switches than me. Like I mean, I wasn't feeling too well today of the day I recorded this. And I ran a giveaway on Twitch, 3 switches for over 24 hours. I didn't ask anybody for anything. I didn't do anything. I just ran it because I wanted to. And a lot of us do that. We run raids because we want to. We do all this stuff to help you guys out because we want to. I mean, yeah, we do get like a little bit of monetary incentive from like ads and subs and all kinds of stuff like that. But for the most part, I mean, a lot of what we do for the community kind of goes unnoticed or just like unacknowledged. Like, I mean, I the amount of thank yous and all kinds of stuff I get compared to how much I have given out to people, and like that goes for any gender. They'll tell you the same thing. It's very low, but like I said, we'll see these same people up in arms about how we're ruining everything, all because they're not getting anything from us at that moment. Because I've said this to people several times. Like a lot of people in the community are as loyal as how recent you gave them a free Pokemon, and that's the honest truth. And that's how it kind of is with Jenny because I mean we do this to help people out. I mean like I have 6 switches. Usually 2 to 3 are for the Discord, and I have 3 switches. I can just do whatever. Like I'm not gonna just like sit them there and just be like, hey, I don't really feel like doing anything for you guys. When I literally can just have turn the bot on and I do nothing but let you guys enjoy free Pokemon. Like I don't really get how people hate on Jenners so much and say we ruin the community when it's like we've actually helped the community out so much. These 6 IV Dittos, who do you think gives out most of these out? Us Jenners. And it's another thing. It's like there are communities that kind of pride themselves on like tearing down and misinformation with Jenning. Like one of the big like Pokemon Sword and Shield Discords, super anti-Jenning and will make lies up. They tell people that if you have a Pokemon from a 6 IV Ditto that's hacked, the offspring is hacked. Like I hate the term hacked unless it's like actually something that should not be in the game and is not tradable. But if you have it, obviously it's tradable. And they tell people that like, well, to a certain degree. But they basically tell people like, hey, if you breed from it, it's hacked, you're gonna get banned. And like I was in one group and I literally, this was before I got the bots back, I literally just said that I used to gin. This was like early Sword and Shield when I only had 1 switch and I actually played everything like just in the game, and I got banned. And then they messaged me and were like, hey, and I messaged the admin. I was like, hey, why'd I get banned? He was like, yeah, you said gin. That's a bad word here. I'm like, why? They're like, yeah, because people get banned. I'm like, you know as well as I do, people don't get banned for ginning. And it's nonsense that people do that to kind of to their audience and stuff. And they say the same thing with like, I mean, Wonder Trade. I addressed this earlier. They're like, hey, if you get a mon with a URL in the OT or the nickname, release it, but keep the Master Ball because it's hacked, and if you use it online, you're gonna get banned. But it's like if you got it through Wonder Trade or Surprise Trade, you're gonna get banned. And that's another thing. I'm like, why do you guys hate ginning so much? Like I can understand if like you're getting into an argument with somebody, they're telling you like, yeah, my stuff's legit or whatever, when it's obviously all ginned. I mean, I can see a point there, but otherwise, like if like ginners don't attack anybody. like I said, all we do is help the community, and that's one of the things like I don't understand why. And the same thing with like battles. Like people say like, hey, he used a team full of all Gen Pokemon. I mean, Genning does not inhibit skill. Genning does not increase skill. Like I don't know how me beating you 6-0 is because I gen Pokemon. All it is just I am more skilled than you. I probably had a better team, and a gen team can lose to a non-gen team. It's just that's just how everything is, and that's just life. I mean, genning ultimately. I'm gonna end with this. Genning ultimately benefits the community, and I want to know what you guys think. Like, do you think? How do you feel that genning has impacted the Pokemon community? Do you think it's helped? Do you think it's hurt? Do you think that like Jennings should be stopped or anything like that? I really want to know because like it's one of those things where like so many rumors and misinformation gets let out about Jennings when a lot of it is just not true. Like I mean, Game Freak doesn't even really do anything about Jennings. Like you see, and I mean this is a whole different thing. You see people on eBay selling Pokemon, and they don't even really care. So it's like, why do you guys really think that like us Jenners are going to be dealt with when it's like we do nothing? And like I said before, if you got any questions, feel free to ask. Got any opinions on ginning in the community? Feel free to drop them below. I will try my best to respond to most of them. I mean, I love when you guys get feedback on these more informative videos. It makes me want to do more of these as opposed to just posting battles and other stuff because I do these videos in the Facebook group all the time. And I felt like me kind of posting them to YouTube would kind of reach a broader audience, an audience that doesn't really know my face and stuff like that. Because I mean, I'm still kind of small time. I don't think I'm going to be like a big YouTuber or anything like that. But I do try to help people out with information that is like as unbiased and as truthful as and transparent as I possibly can. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, just feel free to comment them below and let me know. If you like the vid, drop a like. And if you like more content like this, drop a sub as well. Like, do all that fun stuff. But otherwise, I mean, you guys have a good night.